Now, a few days ago, but wasn't really, it was closer to over a week ago. I can actually look up the video on here. I made a video something like 11 days ago where I basically showed my calculations for one Googol in base 120. And for the first time, I got more than I thought I was going to get. I got a whopper of a view count, and I now have what looks like over 1,000 subscribers, and the view count is basically 111K. Now, when it comes to fame, I do realize that this can sometimes be a good thing. But I am actually maybe a little bit concerned about the perceived view on my sanity at the moment, because there might be people that think that I'm crazy for doing what I did, which, you know, I can understand that it's a heck of a thing to do, but, you know, I don't really do all that much, and as a result, I wanted to learn math. I wanted to learn, you know, I got a lot of things I'm trying to learn. It's definitely not just powers of a number, and you know, it's going to take me a while before I get there, but I had to have a nice grasp of the of understanding number systems, because I looked up, you know, what the best number system was to use. You know, I looked this up on the computer at one point, and I got a lot of people talking about base 12, and I got a lot of people talking about, you know, duodecimal division, things of that nature. With that being said, though, you know, when you become popular, that can be one of two things. That can be people laughing with you, but that can just as easily be people laughing at you. And, you know, I know about how, you know, people have went down roads on YouTube and have become mockeries and stuff like that. So you really got to watch how you respond to things. But it does have me a little bit concerned. Now, if I go to my actual YouTube channel, it says manage videos. Let me see. I got a like and dislike ratio. You know, it's about 98% likes. Not too concerning. But, you know, I have about, to put it simply, I got about 8.7K likes. I don't know if it's framed that way in the video. I think it is. And I got 103 dislikes. Now, I'm not telling anybody to, you know, to change their dislike to a like or anything like that, because it really wouldn't change anything. But, you know, when I said, you know, if my life means anything, this is going to be 40. I kind of honestly, to be honest with you, I wanted that to be a joke for one of my friends, kind of. I wanted to send them that video, and I wanted it to be funny. You know, the idea that, you know, everything has to be perfect or your life doesn't mean anything. Do I think my life wouldn't mean anything if I didn't get that right? Yes and no. What do I mean by yes and no? What I mean is, it's not so much the number being right that's so much of an issue, and it's not so much that, you know, my life is just 100% revolving around the number 120. You see, there's a certain amount of clarity you have to have in order to do a lot of advanced things. And your life can be seen as two different things. It can be seen as you being alive, but it could also be seen as what you do whilst living. So my definition of life, in this case, would have meant absolutely nothing if I had got that wrong. Doesn't mean I would lose a job or anything, but it means that I wouldn't have the clarity that I would think that I had, which would mean that a lot of the advanced type of things I try to figure out with these numbers, I wouldn't be able to figure out and wouldn't be able to solve, you know. Basic algebra is a little bit enigmatic to me, enigmatic, or however the word goes. It's a little bit of an enigma. It's a little goes a little bit over my head. But you know, I'm kind of starting to learn it. I know that, you know, if you got I can't really think of an example. You know, I know examples exist, but I know, you know, there's an exponent, right? They give you an exponent, form of a letter. You got to figure out what the number actually is that exponent represents, and you got to write it down on paper. But, you know, I just want to say this. I hope I'm not becoming another Christian. Hope I'm not becoming another Cyrax. Hope I'm not becoming another, well, you know, oh baby, a triple is kind of funny. But, you know what I mean. Like, there's a certain limit. And, I just hope that I'm not becoming too much of a laughingstock, because I don't know, this is surprising to me, you know, because I've never got 8,000 of anything, and the fact that I got 8,000 likes now is pretty. It might not be impressive to you guys, but it is to me. I mean, and I calculated at Google and base 120, so I guess the size of numbers are relative depending on a lot of things, and you know, I hope for the best. That's all I can say, man. Hope for the best. Don't want to become a weirdo that is mocked for eternity.